we have our three UIs. We have our desktop UI, which I'm showing you here, but you'll notice it doesn't have reports. It doesn't have recording. It doesn't have wall boards. Really, this desktop UI is used for two things. One, licensing your users. And you can hit this refresh users and groups to pull the user list over from IP Office. And then it's simple as putting in a checkbox next to those users. The next thing you're going to do is build your skill groups. Okay, so what skill group do I want? Again, you can do basic IVRs for submenu options, which route to a different skill group. And I could say, hey, press 0 to reach the operator. Well, that can just be an extension on IP Office. We can call any extension on IP Office. We could say, oh, to reach John's cell phone, press 9. Okay, well, I'm going to put in my cell phone here. You can do that as well. Okay, so we have a simple IVR, but then it's going to go to these skill groups. Well, inside these skill groups, you can determine your routing option, that skills-based routing. You can do your different languages. There's 6 different pre-recorded language packs for you to select from. So if they need it in Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, German, French, or English, they can do that. What are those queue announcements? They're things like, yeah, here, let me just do this. I'm going to go back. Just build a new one. Okay, we'll just call this demo 2. What are those queue announcements? Again, you can drop those in and play those whenever you want. Estimated wait time being one queue announcement, a standard one. Position in queue being another standard, and my personal favorite. If you'd like a queue callback, press 1. But maybe I want to say, hey, due to inclement weather, we're experiencing long wait times. Well, I can record custom new announcements. I can create new ones, which here you can see I have quite a few different announcements that I can drop in. And it's going to continue to play these messages until it either transfers to an agent or hits some of these timeout options. You can determine the agent ring time. You can determine your queue music. What do you want it to play while the caller's in queue and not hearing those announcements? Again, you can set timeouts to overflow after a certain time to any phone number, a skill group or an external number or an IP Office extension. You can do submenu options. You can determine the max calls allowed in each queue, and you can reroute at the end of the day. You could do that queue callback. So rather than wait in line, let us call you back when it's your turn, and we can call you back once we have an agent available or call you back when you're first in line. Well, what if you don't answer? Well, we'll try you back in 10 minutes, and we're going to try you 3 times. And we're going to offer queue callback between the hours of 8 and 5. We're going to allow you to use the caller ID or enter a new number and tell you your estimated wait time. So a lot of customizable options here when it comes to the contact center. So customers like the ease of use and the flexibility. And then to add agents to the skills, you just give them a skill level. It's that simple. Well, now my seasonal staff, well, I add those users to IP Office, license them in Xima CCaaS, add them in my skill groups. That's it. Very simple. Then from here, the agents are going to use the contact center agent client, and the supervisors are going to use the supervisor view. It's just a slightly different URL. The contact center agent client is how they make themselves available for contact center calls, because again, they're just using their IP Office phone. So how do I know when to route calls to the agent? Well, it's right here. Right now, I'm in a do not disturb state. Well, let's make myself available. Okay, now I'm available for phone calls and web chats. I need to take a break from contact center calls. Think of it like aux. I go on do not disturb, and then I can set my appropriate reason code. Oh, doing a training, going on break. But the supervisor, they're going to be able to see all of those details in real time, wallboards, or the supervisor view. Here I'm logged in as the Xima CCaaS 2 agent, and there you can see that do not disturb break. And then CCaaS 3 and CCaaS 1, they're both logged out. They're both logged out. Well, maybe this agent, they shouldn't be on do not disturb. As a supervisor, I can turn that off. Okay, so there I just turned it off, and there you can see it made me ready. Okay, or maybe back here, oh, maybe Cabron, this is Cabron here. He's not available. Let's put him in do not disturb. And there you can see that put me in do not disturb. So you can control the agents, which is really important with them being remote today. And agents have their own personalized display, so they can have their own stats and generic queue stats. So this is the stats specific to this agent, not the overall contact center. So I could see, oh, I've had 7 calls presented. I've answered 5, missed 2. My do not disturb time for today has been 1 hour and 23 minutes. Maybe I should turn that off and make myself available. And there you can see the current D&D timer stops. But my total D&D is keeping track, so I can keep track of my personal time, my ACW time. Do I have any pending queue callbacks or calls in queue? I don't. Well, let's go ahead and put one in queue, shall we? So I'll go and break. So now no agents are available. Logged out on do not disturb and logged out. So if a call comes in, it's going to go into the queue here. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me place that call in queue. Bear with me. There, you can see that call in queue. So it's counting up that this is a generic view. So everyone can see that call in queue. And there, I just set an alert and trigger to notify me if too many calls are in queue. So you can have pop screen messages go to the agents. You can send an email or an SMS text message. So multiple ways to alert agents or supervisors or managers. So there, oh, well, I better make myself available. That call's in queue. So I make myself ready. That's now going to ring whichever phone communicator. So I'm just going to answer that via communicator. And now I'm connected to that call. I have my pop screen over here where I could have that pop CRM, such as like Salesforce, Microsoft Dynamics, Zoho, Zendesk, to name a few. But when I'm done, I can go ahead and hang up, or the customer can hang up. That puts me in my ACW timer here so I don't get any other calls. So I can come in here and put the appropriate notes if I want, or account codes. Sometimes these are call activity codes. I can do freeform account codes if I want. Hit finish, goes back. But there again, my ACW timer's counting. So you know what? I don't need to take the full time. I can say I'm done right now and I'm ready for calls again. But this time, maybe a call comes in and I forgot to log out. I went on break. I was actually talking with the customer today and he's like, who knows what agents are doing? Maybe they're, feeding their kids lunch. They're all at home now. It's hard for us to see exactly what they're doing. So maybe a call comes in, the agent forgot to log out of both their phone and contact center. So it sends that alert, but they're not at their desk. So they're not going to see that. Well, it's going to do the ring time. Now the customer, they don't hear that ringing. They hear the queue announcements. They hear those different messages. And based off of that ring time, well, oh, you just missed that call. So it auto logged me out of those skills. So sometimes in Aura, this is referred to as Rona, redirect on no answer, ring on no answer. So it auto logged me out. Again, the customer's still hearing that queue music, that customer experience. And so now, maybe they're tired of waiting. And so I'm going to schedule a queue callback. Here it's playing back my caller ID. I could use that number or I can enter a new one. Thank you. Your queue callback has been confirmed. You will receive a callback in 1 minute. So now I've scheduled a queue callback. I'm off the phone from a customer perspective, and it's going to call me back when I have an agent available. Agent comes back to their desk maybe an hour later, 2 hours later, or other people using the wall boards or their supervisor view, they can see that a call is waiting on hold. They can see, oh, I've got a queued call right now. Well, I've got no agents available. Maybe I should log in and take that call. So I come back I got logged out. Let's re-enable. Okay, and there it reserved me for a queue callback. So I'm now in a busy state and it's calling the customer back on their phone. Hello, this is your queue callback. If you are ready to speak with an agent, press 1. If you need more time and would like to call back in 1 minute, press 2. So I can accept it or snooze it or cancel it. Well, I'm ready, so I'm going to go ahead and accept that. An agent will assist you shortly. And now it bridges the two together. Here comes that call. It's ringing my cell phone. I'm now ready to talk to the customer. Here we are talking. Okay, so pretty straightforward. I'll go ahead and hang up that call. So I get my after call work timer. In this same interface, you also have your web chats. So over here, I have a simple blog spot. Based off of the URL on the website, you can have that route to your agents for web chats and a different skill group. So if I'm on my support page, maybe I want that to go to my support team. If I'm on just everywhere else on the website, I want that to go to my sales team. It's going to see when agents are available. And so now I can chat with them. Okay, yeah, I want to chat. So let's go ahead and we'll do training Fred. I haven't done Fred for a while. Fred at email.com. I'm not a robot. puts me in the queue, and it just chimed in my headset over here. So there's that chat. Oh, training Fred at Fred at email, the details that they entered. And it came in on skill 1. Do you want to accept this chat or reject it? But keep in mind, it's going to be showing up on the report. So I'll go ahead and accept it. And you can do auto responses. I didn't type that out. That's sent to the customer. Hello, training Fred. My name is whatever their agent name is. It pulls that from the IP office. How can I help you? Oh, I need reports. Okay, well, that again chimed in my headset over here. I need reports. I can select from canned responses. Maybe I get this request from a lot. So I just want to type that out. And you know what? Now I'm going to transfer you over to a different agent or skill group because I'm not the right one. All of the chat text will be sent to that agent so they can see, oh, you need help with reports. Okay, what report? Or, yeah, show me a screenshot of what report you're looking for. And again, over here in the active media, you can allow agents to accept multiple web chats as well as a phone call at the same time, if that's something you want to allow. So I'm an agent, well, I'm logged into web chat and phone calls. And so my boss has determined I can take multiple calls. So I'll go ahead and put that call into queue here. Here it comes. And so now I'm on that phone call. Oh, they still haven't replied here, so I'll keep handling the phone call. Maybe I hang that up. Puts my ACW timer, but I'm still on that chat. Okay? And again, supervisors can monitor all of these details. Oh, I can see chats going on. I can see phone calls. The wallboards, you can create as many as you want. And you can select from templates. And you can also create your own from scratch. And the beautiful thing is you can edit the templates. I did this one earlier on a training, so maybe I want to edit this one. You're not bound by the default values. Maybe you don't need to keep track. Maybe you're a customer that's like, I'm not doing chats. So I don't need chats. Maybe I want this to show my SLA, my speed of answer, and those type of values. You can select from over 70 different contact center values, but you're not bound by the defaults. You can add additional filter criteria in here. So I was actually helping with a demo last week, and the customer was just moving their support center to a cloud contact center. The rest of the office staff, the sales team, they were all remote agents. They just used their cell phone numbers for phone calls. They were an outbound sales organization. They didn't put them on the phone system. And so they wanted to know when their sales agent called them based off of their cell phone number versus all the other customers. So I said, oh yeah, we can filter that out by the caller ID or the phone number. So we could show you how many times your sales team called versus the rest of the staff. And we can monitor, oh, you've got about a minute and 2-second average speed of answer. Is that good? Is that bad? It's different for every customer. So you can design the wall boards, display what metrics matter to you. And there you can see that you could put those alerts and triggers where you can have it change colors, play audible alarms, again, send an email or an SMS text message or a pop screen message to the agent if those thresholds are hit. Okay. So again, lots of different wall boards, lots of different customization. In the supervisor view, you can log agents in and out. You have active control over those agents. And then from a reports perspective, now you can run reports historically. And it keeps the data for as long as they have the service. I know some other solutions only keep it for 3 months, 5 months. Well, I've had CCaaS for a year. Well, you could run reports over the last year. It doesn't archive any of that data. So I want to see my abandoned calls. Well, where am I losing those calls? In the IVR or in particular skills? This is where, again, it's different from Chronicle. You're not seeing your office calls. That's where Chronicle or ACR is a better fit. This is what's happening in the contact center. Same with my agents. Who's answering my contact center calls? Who's answering the chats? Or maybe I want to run a time of day or an hourly report. You have a lot of different type of reports that you can still run from and see those details. You can drill down in those details, reconfigure. You can do that based off of different skill sets, add additional criteria such as charts, specific hours out of the day. Again, what format do you want to see it in? And then you can download those reports in 5 different formats: PDF, Excel spreadsheet, HTML, CSV, and JSON. We have our API. If you want to integrate that data into third-party applications, you can do that as well. Here you can kind of see just a lab. Well, I want that as a PDF. Okay, let's download that. Or you know what? No, I actually want to schedule that report. Well, you can schedule it as many reports as you want. Or maybe, oh, you know what? I need to filter this. I didn't really like showing all the different hours, or I really wish it had certain values on it that just aren't in the standard report. Well, you can edit that report or create a copy and edit the copy, or from the HTML UI, we'll just create a new report. They can create as many reports as they want. Okay, well, I want a time-based report. Okay, what do you want on that time-based report? Here's all the default values. There's a lot here. Well, I want to see how many, agents I had ready during that time. Okay, well, let's go ahead and add that in there. Max number of agents ready simultaneously. And it's going to build the report right in front of you as you build these values. Okay, well, what else do you want? Well, I need a customized value. Okay, what do you want in there? Well, I wanted my speed of answer. So let's just search. Oh, helps if I can type properly. Agent speed of answer or group speed of answer, but with additional criteria. So again, you can filter that out, really drilling down to match the exact key performance indicators or SLA that's unique from customer to customer. Really unlimited possibilities with those reports, the customization of the reports. And then if they really need to see everything, that's where cradle to grave comes in. But it's a different type of cradle to grave. It's not Chronicle cradle to grave. It's cradle to grave as it relates to the contact center. So did the call go abandoned in the queue or did it get answered? Okay, by which agent? Did they schedule a queue callback? Did they do a web chat? Well, how long did they wait on the website? How long did they chat for? What did they chat about? You can see all of those different details again. Oh, here they scheduled a queue callback. Here's where we called them back. And oh, yeah, they answered it. So you can drill down into those different legs of the call. But it's not showing call that went to Bill, who's maybe not a contact center again. It's just showing the contact center, which is going to be common for all your contact center cloud solutions. But my opinion, providing just extreme level of detail.